Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Students, if I ask you what is music, then how will you describe the term music? Music is an art concerned with combining vocal and instrumental sounds for beauty of forms or emotional expression, usually according to the cultural standards of rhythm and melody. And whenever we talk about music, the person who comes in our mind is Tansen. Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. So students, today we are going to read a story based on Tansen from our NCERT textbook, A Pact with the Sun, class 6. And the title of our story is Tansen. Tansen. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. A singer called Mukundan Misra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learnt to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. Students, here comes a word, imitate. What is the meaning of imitate? Imitate means to copy the speech or actions of something or somebody. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once travelling through the forest with his disciples. Again, here comes a word, disciples. What is the meaning of disciples? Disciples, a person who follows a teacher, especially a religious one. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. Here again comes a word, grove. What is the meaning of grove? Grove means a small group of trees, especially of one particular type. So students, what we have read? That Tansen was Mukundan Misra's son, who lived at Behat near Gwalior with his wife. Tansen was a naughty child. He used to go to the forest to play. There he learnt the art of copying the sounds of birds and animals. One day, a renowned singer, Swami Haridas, was crossing the forest with his disciples. Feeling tired, they stopped under a shady tree to rest. Tansen was looking at them. "Strangers in the forest," he said to himself. "It will be fun to frighten them." He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Here comes a word, scattered. What is the meaning of this word scattered? Scattered means spread over a large area. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one." So what we have read? That Tansen thought that it would be fun to make strangers scared. So he hid behind the tree and made a sound like a tiger's roar. Out of fear, all the travelers ran here and there, but Swami Haridas asked them to come and sit together, as there was nothing to be scared of. Tigers were not always dangerous. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. "There are no tigers here, master," he said. "Only this naughty boy." Now what happened? All of a sudden, one of the travelers saw a small boy behind the tree. He told Swami that there was no tiger, but it was a naughty little boy. Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, "Your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer." Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music, and became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. Mukundan Misra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Misra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignani, who was a great musician herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Hussaini. So students, what happened next? Swami Haridas did not punish him. Rather, he went to his father and told him that his son was very naughty but was very talented. He suggested to him that he could make him a good singer. Tansen was 10 years of age when he went away with Swami. Swami Haridas became Tansen's music teacher. Tansen learnt music from him for 11 years and became a great singer of his times. During this time, his parents died. His father's last wish was that Tansen must visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. He was a holy man. He even lived with a holy man, Muhammad Ghaus. There he was frequently taken to the court of Rani Mrignani. She was also a great musician. There he married Hussaini, who was in the court of Rani Mrignani. Hussaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Tansen and Hussaini had 5 children who were all very musical. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. Now what happens next? Hussaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. They had 5 children and they all were also musicians. Tansen became very famous. He got opportunities to sing before Emperor Akbar. Akbar was very impressed by his music, so he asked Tansen to join his court. Tansen went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tansen to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often he would just walk into Tansen's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tansen. Students, what is the meaning of courtiers? Courtiers means a person who attends a royal court as a companion or advisor to the king or queen. We shall never be able to rest till Tansen is ruined, they declared. Again, what is the meaning of ruined? Ruined means to cause somebody to lose all his, her money, hope of being successful, etc. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mian, had a bright idea. Let us make him sing Rag Deepak, he said. Now students, what happened next? Tansen joined Akbar's court in 1556 and Akbar liked him very much. Akbar used to call him to sing very often at any time of day or night. Rather, he used to go to his house as well to hear his song. He gave him many gifts. His growing popularity and Akbar's interest in him made other courtiers jealous of him. They were so jealous that they planned to ruin him. Shaukat Mian had a clever idea. How will that help us? Asked another man. If Rag Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burnt to ashes. Tansen is a very good singer. If he sings Rag Deepak, he will die and we will be rid of him. So, what we have read, that Shaukat Mian suggested that Tansen should sing Rag Deepak. Another man asked, how could that help them? He answered that if that rag would be sung correctly, it would make the air so hot that the singer would be burnt to ashes. Tansen was a very good singer. If he did that, he would die and they would get rid of him. Shaukat Mian went to Akbar and said, we don't think Tansen is a great singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Rag Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly. Of course, he can sing it. Tansen can sing anything, Akbar said. Tansen was afraid but could not disobey the king. Very well, my lord, he said, but give me time to prepare myself. Tansen went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. Here comes a word, downcast. What is the meaning of downcast? Downcast means sad and without hope. I can sing the rag, he told his wife, but the heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes. Now, what happened next? Shaukat Mian went to Akbar and said that in their opinion, Tansen was not a good singer. If he was, then let them test him and ask him to sing Rag Deepak, as only the greatest singer could sing that. Akbar replied firmly, showing full trust that Tansen could sing anything. But Tansen was scared and was unable to say no to the king. So Tansen asked the king to give him some time. Tansen went home and was unhappy. He told his wife that he was able to sing that rag, but with its heat, not only the lamps would be lit, but he would also be turned into ashes. Then he had an idea. If someone sings Rag Megh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopwati could do it, he said. He taught the two girls to sing Rag Megh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. Now, what happens next? An idea struck Tansen that if somebody could sing Rag Megh at the same time, Rag Megh, if sung correctly, would bring rain. He asked his daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopwati to do that. He taught them Rag Megh. They practiced very hard for 2 weeks. Tansen told them not to sing till the lamps would start burning. The legend goes that on the appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tansen sing Rag Deepak. When he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon, people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat, and the water in the rivers began to boil. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. Now, what happened next? Tansen went as per plan. The whole town got together to listen to him. As he started singing, the air became hot. People started sweating. The leaves dried and fell on the ground. Birds died and the water in the rivers started boiling. People started crying in fear and the lamps were lit. At once, Saraswati and Rupvati began to sing Rag Megh. The sky clouded over and the rain came down. Tansen was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen got well, the entire city rejoiced. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till 1585 when he died. He composed several new rags. Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musicians. Now, what happened next? Saraswati and Rupvati started singing Rag Megh. As soon as the lamps were lit, the sky was immediately clouded and the showers of rain began pouring down on the earth. Tansen was saved. After that incident, Tansen fell ill and Akbar felt sorry for causing him pain. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen recovered from his illness, the whole city was joyous and celebrated it. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till his death, that is 1585. He composed many new rags. And now Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior and it is a place of pilgrimage for musicians. So students, this was the story of Tansen, the great musician, and how with his deep knowledge of music and wisdom to apply that knowledge was able to save himself. Students, let us do an activity now. For that, I will ask you all a few questions related to our today's story of Tansen. you have to choose the correct option to give the correct answer. So, first we have dash was the father of Tansen. Option A, Muhammad Gauss, or option B, Mukundan Misra. Yes, the correct answer is option B, Mukundan Misra. Next we have dash was the wife of Tansen, and the options are A, Hussaini, B, Roopwati, or C, Rani Mrignani. Yes, the correct answer is option A, Hussaini. Now, similarly, you have to do these following questions in the same way at your home. And the questions are: for how many years did Tansen learn music from Swami Haridas? Option A, 11, or option B, 9. Next question: how many children did Tansen have? Option A, 4, option B, 5, or option C, 1. Next question: where is Tansen's tomb? Option A, Lucknow, option B, Gwalior, or option C, Jaipur. So students, I hope you all enjoyed and understood our today's story of Tansen. Now, we'll meet you all soon in our next class with some amazing stories and activities. Till then,